Okay, good morning, good afternoon, friends. Welcome to the YouTube session once again for revision of geography via previous year's question paper as well as expected questions. The target is upcoming prelims exam 2021. Okay, I hope you all are doing good and your preparation is also going smoothly. As you know, I cannot see myself in the screen, so kindly send me a feedback regarding my audio and video. Video I can see in my mobile phone in front of me, but audio, I hope it is audible, it is clear. I'll be very happy if any one of you give me a feedback in the chat box below, live chat box below. Yes. Yes, hello everyone. I hope my audio is working fine. We'll wait for some more learners to join in and after that we will continue. We'll wait for 1 minute and after that we will continue. You can see we will be dealing with MCQ. So your answer you just put in the live chat box below. Okay, we'll wait for a minute and after that we will continue. Anyway, before going any further, let me tell you some good news from the platform, Unacademy platform. That is, you have this ultimate subscription to crack UPSC Civil Service Examination compo pact. The offer will be closing on 15th of September. This is some of the reason that you need to go for this compo. You will get ultimate live badges from top educators. You will have access to 19 optional subjects, 110 test series for prelims, mains and optional, everything included. Okay, comprehensive preparations, and also you will have 20 plus physical books. Okay, the offer will end very soon. These are the discount that you will be getting in this compo offer. Okay, quickly, last month there is a expected hike of price in the platform for all the plus subscription. So you kindly, if you are not, you kindly go ahead because before the price spikes. Okay, so just quickly go ahead. Top optional subject will be launching this month. Okay, India's top educator for optional subject. You will have access to around 19 top optional subject. These are the educator name you will find. These are the subject. Okay, sociology, psychology, geography, history, and this will be the language. Some will be in Hindi. Okay, say for example, Ankit Kumar sociology paper 2 will be in Hindi, and this will be the launching date. Okay, so if any of this subject you are taking up, you kindly subscribe to it. And also for this prelims special, as you know, in Unacademy platform you have this UPSC Compat every Sunday at 11 AM. Okay, 60-minute 56 questions. You will be competing with other aspirants to test your preparation, and also at the same time your standard in what level you are. Okay, also questions and video solution by the top educator will be there. Questions as per prelims pattern. Okay, and if you rank between 1 to 500, you end up getting scholarship. 1 to 3 complete free, 4 to 10 it is 75, so on. 11 to 50 you get 50% scholarship, 51 to 500, you end up with 25% scholarship. For this, if you require in white code, you can use mine, SUNEP 10. Okay, let's quickly go ahead. So let us start the session. As we always call it in Unacademy platform, let us crack it by attempting some questions targeting the UPSC Prelims 2021. Okay, here comes the first question. You can put your answer in the chat box below. I will read the question for you, and also if there is any explanation or learning required, I will do so. If it is not required, we will just go to the second question. Okay, so that will be the design of how we will go ahead. Number 1, consider the following pairs. In one column you have state, in another column you have highest point. Okay, very simple. Quick brush up of your basic revision for the upcoming prelims. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala, Arunachal. Kalsubai, Kurusika, Totabeta, Kangdo. Which of the following pairs is a correctly matched? Option A, B, C and D. Kindly give your answer in the chat box below. I will give you 10 seconds for this. Kindly attempt. Here, if you make a mistake, don't worry, it costs nothing, you lose nothing. Okay, practice. Yes, kindly attempt. It will be very helpful to have an interactive session. So you kindly attempt. 5 more seconds I will provide. States in one column, highest point in the other. You match it. Which one is the correct? The correct answer is B, 1 and 4. Okay, the correct answer is B. Okay, 1 and 4. Kalsubai, it is matched correctly. This is the highest point in Maharashtra. Kangdo, you will find in Arunachal. This is the highest point in fact. In Gujarat, what is the highest peak? And in Kerala, if they are not matched correctly, what is the highest point in Gujarat? What is the highest point in Kerala? Yes, attempt. See, the highest point Girnar, and here you will have Anai Mudi. Okay, so in Maharashtra they are meshed. In Rajasthan, Guru Sikar is there in Rajasthan. In Kerala you have this Anai Mudi. In Gujarat you have this Girnar, and this Totapeta you will find in Tamil Nadu. Okay, clear? Let us go ahead. Second question. Let me read the question for you. With reference to red tide, consider the following statement. Statement 1, 2 and 3. The first statement is, they may occur both in fresh and marine aquatic ecosystem. Number 2 is, they can be forecasted like weather phenomena. Number 3, they do not have any impact on human health. Which of the statement given above are correct? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Kindly attempt. With reference to this red tide. In order to attempt this, first you need to know what is red tide. Okay, so think. This is a very simple term. I'll give you one hint. Red tide is commonly used term for one particular event or one particular phenomena. Okay, so a question can be by that name also, by this name also. If I give you that name, it will be very easy for you to answer this one. But intentionally I have put this red tide so that in exam it can be asked from any of those. Okay, kindly attempt. I'll give you 10 seconds. With reference to red tide, consider the following statement. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Anyway, see, the number 2, the right answer is B. Okay, now see, this red tide is nothing. Anyone wants to guess what is this red tide? Red tide is nothing but this is HAB. which stands for harmful algae bloom. Okay, so harmful algae bloom is also known as red tide. Red tide is a very commonly used term for this, HAB. The purpose of this question is you need to know the common alternative name. In exam, it can be asked from any of this. Okay, so now this harmful algae bloom, which is also known as red tide, can occur both in fresh also in marine ecosystem. They can be forecasted like a weather phenomena. Okay, they can be forecasted. In fact, NOAA, they can observe, and in the recent past in the Mexico coast of Mexico, such kind of forecasting is conducted. Okay, so red tide is HAB. They impact human health, especially when you eat a shellfish or any like fish from such kind of a such kind of a pond or water system. It will affect your health. Okay, so 3 is a wrong option. Why? Because they impact human health. Okay, so the right answer is 1 and 2. You see here. Okay, people often get sick by eating shellfish containing toxin produced by this algae. Airborne harmful algae bloom toxin may also cause breathing problem, and in some cases trigger asthma attack also in susceptible individuals. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 3. Which of the following factors are the reason of sinking deltas in India? Option 1, 2, 3 and 4. Groundwater, is it because of groundwater mining? Or sinking of delta is because of artificial levees? Or is it because of construction of large dam? Or because of rise in the sea level? Select the correct answer using the code given below. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Kindly attempt. Natural levee, artificial levees, it is just like in the river stream or the course of the river, you construct certain kind of structure like this. It is called levees. Okay. So which of the following factors are reasons for of sinking deltas in India? Select the correct answer using the code given below. Kindly attempt. Yes, number 3. The correct answer is all of the above. Okay, D. The correct answer is D. See how groundwater mining results in this sinking of delta. See, because whenever you are doing a groundwater mining, the soil is compacted. When it is compacted, what happens is, when the soil groundwater by the process of groundwater mining, when the soil is compacted, the structure collapse, and during the collapse of the structure, by that process the sinking of the delta results. So this is a right option. Artificial levees are, you are not allowing the natural flow of the river. The third is construction of large dam. That also you are disturbing with the flow of the water. Rise in the sea level is very obvious. It will result in the sinking of deltas. Clear? Let's quickly go ahead. Number 4. Consider the following statement regarding the season of retreating monsoon in India. Number 1. Unlike sudden burst of monsoon, the retreat of the monsoon is gradual. That is 1. The second is the diurnal range of temperature is quite pronounced. Number 3. This is the season of most severe tropical cyclone. Which of the statement given above is correct? Kindly attempt. I'll give you 10 seconds. See, this question is regarding the season characteristics of the retreating monsoon in India. Okay, whether the three options which is given here is right or wrong regarding the characteristics of this retreating monsoon in India. Okay, which of the statement given above is are correct? Whether there is in retreating monsoon in this season most severe tropical cyclone occur or not. Whether the diurnal range of temperature is quite pronounced. Diurnal in a sense, the daily variation in 24 hours, the highest temperature reading, the lowest temperature reading is known as diurnal range of temperature. And unlike the sudden burst of monsoon, in the last session we have seen, the coming of the monsoon in India is very sudden, and all of that is because of the establishment of the easterly jet stream and the withdrawal of the westerly jet stream. But in the retreating monsoon, unlike the sudden burst of the monsoon, the retreat of the monsoon is gradual. Okay, the right answer is all of the above. It is very gradual in nature, and also the diurnal range of temperature is quite pronounced. Means the daily 24 hours temperature variation during this retreating monsoon is quite pronounced. Also in this season, because of the temperature in the Indian Ocean region, there is a more severe tropical cyclone as compared to the cyclone that happens in the early part of establishment of the monsoon in India. Okay, regarding the pronounced diurnal range of temperature, you see here the retreating monsoon is marked by very clear sky and rise in temperature. Okay, when there is a clear sky, the temperature will be high. On the other hand, the land is still moist owing to the condition of very high temperature and humidity. Humidity is still high. Okay, the weather becomes rather oppressive during the day, but at night the temperature comes down. However, night are cool, and therefore the diurnal range of temperature is quite pronounced. It is also known as October heat. Okay, October heat. So the phenomena of October heat will happen during this retreating monsoon season of India. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 5. Consider the following statement regarding deep sea benthic zone of the ocean. Okay, three options: 1, 2, 3. It is characterized by uniformly low temperature. Most organisms of this zone are carnivorous in nature. This area is also characterized by persistent darkness. Which of the statement given above is correct? Option A, B, C and D. You kindly attend. It will be nice if we have an interactive session. And if you have any query, you can ask me via this chat box below. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. See, under the marine ecosystem, we have two zones. One is pelagic and one is benthic. The water which is there is known as pelagic region, and the bottom region, the bottom of the ocean or sea, the bottom region is known as benthic zone. And this is regarding important characteristics in this benthic zone. Whether benthic zone is characterized by uniformly low temperature, whether most of the organisms which live in this benthic zone are carnivorous in nature, or if this region is also characterized by a persistent darkness. Okay, so we already know the water body. Say for example, if this is an ocean bottom, the water which is here, it is known as pelagic region. This pelagic region is further classified into different regions: photic zone, aphotic zone, epipelagic, mesopelagic, all those. Okay, all you know. In the bottom region, this is known as benthic region, and in this benthic region also there are certain creatures who organisms that live only here, and this ecosystem is also quite different from the water above it. Okay, so this region is characterized by these options or not? That is the question. Number 5. The right answer is D. Yes, in this particular benthic zone, it is a very low temperature. Why? Because you know, the ultimate source of heat in the ocean is the sun insolation. Now, sun insolation can come only till something around 200 meters, known as a photic zone. And after this, the sun insolation is very weak. So when you go down below, the sun's insolation is less. That's why the temperature will also become low and low. Okay, when you go deeper and deeper. That is one. So this condition is satisfied. The second thing is it has got a persistent darkness because of obvious sun's insolation, absence of sun's insolation in this benthic region. And this benthic region, most of the organisms are carnivorous because phytoplankton, the plant which are there, which are floating, require sun's insolation. That's why you will find all those in the upper regions. But below, because of the absence of sun's insolation, photosynthesis is not possible. That's why in this region, the organisms which live in this benthic region usually feed on the decay or the death of other marine organism that dies and falls down below. Okay, that's why most of the organisms in this benthic zone are carnivorous in nature. Clear? See, most organisms of this zone are carnivorous in nature, living on the organic debris of the dead organism from the upper zone. I hope that is clear. Let us quickly go ahead. I hope the questions are not difficult. You kindly attempt. It will be benefit for you only. Anyways, number 6. Let me read the question for you. Swell and surf may be classified type of which of the following? Is it means the surf and swell? Is it because of tide? The tide because of the gravitational force of the moon, sun, or is it because of wind generated wave, or is it because of the ocean current, or is it because of the storm surge? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. Kindly attempt. See, if you attempt and if you make mistake, from the next time similar question if it comes, then you are not going to make mistake. That is the benefit of attempting, even if the answer is wrong. Okay. Swell and surf may be classified type of which of the following? Tides, wind generated wave, ocean current, or storm surge? Quickly, the right answer is B. It is a wind generated wave. Okay. This swell and surf, these are wind generated wave. Okay, see, wind generated wave can be of 3 types. That is C, swell and surf. Okay, now see, you see here. So the right option is B. Okay, for this, the right option is B. See, there are 3 types of wind generated wave. One is known as C, one is swell, and one is surf. Okay, now in the sea, in the ocean water body, you will find this irregular and very chaotic wave pattern that you will find. That is known as sea. Okay, and that is how the name is also given. Okay, those are also generated by wind. The second one is the swell, and the third one is the surf. Surf is simple, like the wave which comes and hit the coastal region. After falling down, they spread like this. Okay, the wave, breaking wave in the coastal region, and this is a wind generated, not the tide or not the ocean current, but wind generated. They are known as surf. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 7. Consider the following pairs. In one column you have this national park. On the other column you have this river flowing through. Okay, so like I explained to you last time, knowing national park is important. Important plant and animal species, that is important. But another important factor is knowing important rivers. Either they are making a boundary or they are flowing across. Okay. So Jim Corbett National Park, Kaziranga National Park, Silent Valley National Park. Which of the following pairs given above are correctly matched? Yes, 10 seconds. Kindly attempt. Yes, which one? Jim Corbett National Park, Ramganga, Silent Valley National Park, Kantipuja. These two are correctly matched. Okay, so the answer is 1 and 3. So the right answer is B. This Kaziranga National Park, it is not the Parak, but it is the Brahmaputra. Okay, it is the Brahmaputra river that will flow through this Kaziranga National Park. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 8. In many national and international reports on marine ecosystem, a term ocean grabbing is used. Okay, term ocean grabbing is used. What does this term mean? What does this term ocean grabbing mean? Number 1, is it introduction of new species in ocean? Number 2, building structures like bridges, optical fibers across the ocean? Or number 3, aggressive and intrusive fishing by advanced fleets? Number D, claiming ocean under neighbor countries' jurisdiction. Okay, I am blocking the last two options, but I'll read it for you once again. Number 3 is aggressive and intrusive fishing by advanced fleet. Okay, by advanced fleet. The last one is claiming ocean under neighbors countries' jurisdiction. Which of them is the right one? Ocean grabbing. Number 8. I'll give you 10 seconds. Kindly attempt. Ocean grabbing, that is there in the these terms are used, very important term. And what does this term mean? It means the right answer is C. Okay, the right answer is C. This particular ocean grabbing is aggressive and intrusive fishing by advanced fleet. Okay, threatening the threatening the small fishermen. Okay, where fishing is one of their prime livelihood. Okay, fishermen community in the coastal region, their life is threatened. Why? Because when you go with a very advanced and too aggressive and intrusive fishing, that is not sustainable. In fact, if you see the traditional fishermen inhabiting this coastal region, their fishing techniques are quite sustainable. But when you go for this aggressive and intrusive fishing by using advanced fleet, it is not sustainable, and also it threatens the livelihood of the local fishermen. Okay, and that is known as ocean grabbing. See, ocean grabbing is a ecologically harmful strategy of extensive fishing with the help of advanced machinery deployed in the ocean. Okay, the term ocean grabbing has been used to describe action, policies, or initiative that deprive, small-scale fishermen, fishers of the resources, and thereby threatening their livelihood. Traditionally, they used to go out and thus a sustainable fishing. Okay, disposes vulnerable population of the coastal land and undermines the historical access to areas of the sea. Basic human right. Okay, United Nations advises to clamp down on practice of advanced vessel to curb this particular practice. That is known as ocean grabbing. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 9. With reference to monsoons, consider the following statement. Okay. With reference to monsoon, consider the following statement. Number 1, in India, agriculture is more dependent on summer monsoon than winter monsoon. Number 2, in China and Japan, the winter monsoon is stronger than the summer monsoon. Which of the statements given above is correct? A, B, C, and D. I'll give you 10 seconds. Kindly attempt. With reference to monsoon, consider the following statement. Okay. In India, agriculture is more dependent on summer monsoon than the winter. Is it right? In China and Japan, the winter monsoon is much stronger than the summer monsoon. As you know, monsoon is quite prominent in India, and also the climatic conditions, rainfall pattern, agricultural practices of India hugely determined by the monsoon. But monsoon does also happen in other part, Southeast Asia, different part of the world. Okay, so in Japan and China, also in the East Asian region, you will have. So whether the important characteristics, the winter monsoon is stronger than the summer, the right answer is number 9. The right answer is C. Yes. In India, agriculture is mostly dependent on the summer monsoon. I have already given you a hint about that. Okay. In China and Japan, the winter monsoon is much stronger as compared to the summer monsoon. Clear? Now, the reason is this one. You will be quite aware about the air mass. Air mass is nothing but a huge air having a uniform characteristics. Say for example, their temperature, the moisture content, so on and so forth. Uniform characteristics. These are known as air mass. So when two air mass comes together, they form a front. And in this front, cyclonic circulation and weather phenomena thus results. Okay. So what will happen is, in the winter months, in China and Japan, the monsoon is much stronger as compared to the summer season. Why? Because in the winter season, because of the continentality in a sense, continent heats up and cools down at a much faster rate as compared to the water surface. Okay, because of the specific heat. Now, because of this, if you go and see the location of China, because of the continentality, a very cold continental dry air mass will come from the continental China. At the same time, you will have this warm oceanic humid air mass. They will come together and form a cyclonic circulation, giving a high cyclonic rain in this particular region. Okay, that's why the monsoon in winter will be much stronger than the summer monsoon. In summer season, the continentality will not be much. Actually, there will be warming. So the difference in the air mass, difference in the temperature characteristics will not be that much. But in the winter, because of the continentality, the monsoon in this China and Japan will be much stronger as compared to the summer season. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 10. With reference to cyclones, consider the following statement. Statement 1, 2, and 3. Let me read for you. The tropical cyclones originate only over the seas. 1. The second is, the extratropical cyclone can originate over sea as well as land. Number 3. The extratropical cyclone affects a much larger area as compared to the tropical cyclone. Which of the statement given above is correct? Option A, B, C, and D. I'll give you 10 seconds. Kindly attempt. Very simple. Very important to brush up such kind of a basic for your exam, upcoming prelims exam. Kindly attempt. Yes. Which of the following is the correct answer? Regarding extratropical, yes, regarding this cyclone, tropical as well as extratropical cyclone. Number 10. The right answer is D. Okay, all of the statement is right. 1, 2 and 3. See, tropical cyclone, as you know, it originates only over the sea. Why? Because it is a low pressure system. Okay, low pressure system usually in the water body. We have a specific condition for this, like the sea surface temperature should be 27 degrees centigrade and above, so on and so forth. Okay, and because of this low pressure system, from the surrounding area the wind blows, and that is how such kind of tropical cyclone originates. So tropical cyclone will originate only over the sea. Okay, number 2 is also correct. Extratropical cyclone means they are temperate cyclone, the cyclone that you find in the temperate regions. Extratropical cyclone can originate over sea as well as on land. See, that one of the important characteristics of this extratropical cyclone is they are usually, most of the temperate or the extratropical cyclones are frontal in nature. Okay, frontal in nature, which means the cyclones are formed at the boundary of two air mass coming together and forming a boundary. Okay, this boundary between two air mass A1, A2, these are known as front. Okay, now these two air mass is different in temperature, in moisture content, so on and so forth. Depending on that, it may be a cold front, it may be a warm front. Okay, now because of this, cyclonic circulation starts in this region. So extratropical cyclones are usually frontal in nature, and such kind of coming together and forming a front can happen over sea as well as over land. That's why extratropical cyclones can happen over sea as well as over the land. Okay, another important point is such kind of extratropical cyclones usually, mostly they are frontal in nature. Sometimes tropical cyclone at the later stage of its development, with the influence of the westerly, can enter this extratropical cyclone also. So this is another source of this extratropical cyclone. Okay, and after entering into this temperate region with the influence of this westerly, they may become independent full-blown cyclonic circulation, or it may die out also. Okay, number 3, the extratropical cyclone affects a much larger area compared to the tropical cyclone. Yes, the extratropical cyclone, if you go and see suppose this is Ecuador, these are tropic regions, then the extratropical cyclones or the temperate region cyclone will be much more, the area that is covered, and also they are more severe in the winter season. Okay, anyways, let us go ahead. Number 11, very simple, 10 seconds. Which of the following rivers originate from the Amarkantak plateau? Narmada, Tapi, Son, Mahanadi. Okay, select the correct answer using the code given below. Very simple, 10 seconds. Let me check your basic. Exam is coming near next month, prelims. Chalo, basic. Kindly give me give your answer in the chat box below. Number 11. The right answer is number 11. The right answer is A, 1 and 3. Okay, Narmada and Son. Which of the following rivers originate from Amarkantak plateau? It is this one and this one. Then where does these two river originate? See here. Tapi originate from Multai in the Betul district of MP. Mahanadi, it rises near the Sihawa in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. Okay, so Narmada and Son are the two rivers that originate in this Amarkantak plateau. Clear? Quickly go ahead. Consider the following statement about vegetation in Taika region. Okay, vegetation in Taika region. Number 1, important characteristics. The trees are evergreen and broad-shaped leaf. That is one. The second, the forest contains softwood trees like birch and spruce. Number third, the forests are relatively free from undergrowth. Which of the statement given above are not correct? Read the question carefully, okay? The question is asking whether the above three statements are not correct. Which are not correct, okay? Not correct. Let me read the tree statement for you once again. The trees are evergreen and broad-shaped leaf. The forest contains softwood trees like birch and spruce. Third, the forests are relatively free from undergrowth. Which are not correct? Yes, kindly attempt. Number 12. Taika region. The forests in the Taika region. 5 seconds. Chalo, attempt. Which of the statement given above are not correct? The correct statement or the correct answer is this one. Number A, which means one only, which means this statement is not correct. The trees are evergreen and broad-shaped leaf. The trees are evergreen, but they are needle-like shape. Okay, it is not broad-shaped leaf. Broad-shaped leaf you will find in the deciduous forest, in evergreen forest. Okay, now in this, one of the adaptation mechanism of vegetation in this Taika region is a needle-shaped leaf. Okay, see, you have this xerophytic vegetation like you will find in the desert, okay, like cactus, so on and so forth. So they have their own adaptation mechanism. Okay, adaptation mechanism. Say for example, moisture loving plant. Okay, they have their own adaptation. Like in the last session we have seen regarding the mangrove. Mangrove also has certain kind of adaptation. Similarly, because of very cold and windy and also high latent wind which comes in this particular region, the adaptation mechanism of this vegetation are needle-shaped leaf. Okay, so that in order to protect, see, the Taika region, coniferous forests occur extensively in this region. The trees are evergreen and needle-shaped leaf to prevent loss of moisture by transpiration. Okay, because if the leaf is broad like this, then the moisture will be, because during transpiration the stomata is opened, and after that in the process of transpiration moisture is lost. So in order to prevent the loss of moisture, such kind of a needle-shaped leaf is there. The forest contains softwood like birch and cedar, maple, spruce. Also the forests are relatively free from undergrowth, unlike in the other regions. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 13. Let me read the question for you. Number 13. With reference to conservation reserve in India, consider the following statement. The key term out here is conservation reserve. Okay. They are part of protected area network under Wildlife Protection Act. Number second, they act as migration corridors between established national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Number third, they are completely owned by the government of India. Number four, the rights of the people living inside a conservation reserve are not affected. Which of the statement given above are correct? Very important from your exam perspective. Which of the statement given above are correct? Okay. Conservation reserve. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Kindly attempt. Conservation reserve. Whether they are part of protected area network under Wildlife Protection Act, or whether they act as a migration corridors between established national park and wildlife sanctuary, whether they are completely owned by the government of India or they can be privately owned also. Conservation reserve, okay. Or in this conservation reserve, you have this national park, you have this wildlife sanctuary, you have this biosphere sphere, biodiversity, biosphere reserve. In all these conservation reserves, you have certain kind of rights for local inhabitant or local people. Okay, so the rights of the people here in this conservation reserve are also affected or not? That is the question. Okay, the right answer is D. Okay, all of the above statement is right. 1, 2, 3 and 4. They are part of a protected network. They act as a migration corridor. They are completely owned by the government of India. No private ownership. The right of the people inside the conservation reserve are not affected. Means the local people are allowed to do certain kind of activity here in this conservation reserve. Unlike national park. In national park, no human activity is allowed. Let us go and dig a little bit further. See, conservation reserve and community reserve is another important point. Okay, it is not in the question just now that we have seen. We have discussed regarding this conservation reserve. But similar to this conservation reserve in India, we also have this community reserve. They are different. Okay, they are different. Conservation reserve, community reserve are different. Let us see how they are different. Both of them, they act as a buffer zone to or connectors and migration corridor. Okay, like for example, I have one reserve here, another reserve here. National park, say for example, one national park, another national park, as a corridor for this movement of animals from one region to the other. This is important. Why? Because you must have seen in the news, these days it is happening quite frequently because of habitat fragmentation. See, you have this habitat destruction is one. Habitat fragmentation is also another. Because of construction of highways, construction of railway lines, so on and so forth. Okay, so these days you will find animal migrating from one place to the other, coming out to the highways, so on and so forth. Okay, why? Because naturally those were the route through which elephants or other species travel. But because of the development activity, those are fragmented. The habitat is fragmented. So in order to act as a buffer for this migration corridors, such areas are designated as conservation area if they are uninhabited and completely owned by the government of India. Okay, this conservation reserve, if it is not habited by human, they are completely owned by government of India, but they are used for subsistence of the community. On the other hand, community area, if it is a part of land, are privately owned, means this is the community reserve. Okay, conservation reserve can be declared by the state government if any area is owned by the government, particularly the area adjacent to national park and sanctuary. Okay, the right of the people living inside the conservation reserves are not affected. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 14. With reference to homeostasis, consider the following statement. Statement 1 and 2. It refers to maintenance of the constancy of internal environment by organism. That is one. Number second is majority of animals and plants are not capable of homeostasis. Which of the statement given above is correct? Kindly attempt. See the term known as homeostasis. Okay. Succession is one, homeostasis is another. Okay. Now with reference, these are especially for which service this ecosystem. With reference to homeostasis, consider the following statement. It refers to maintenance of constancy of internal environment by organism. Number second, majority of animals and plants are not capable of homeostasis. Which one is right? Or both of them are right, or both of them are wrong. See, under your environment section, ecology, ecosystem, okay, you have this different succession. If it is a very new land, okay, like lava flow region or any other region, then the pioneer species first goes there, and after that gradual succession will happen, and after that a stable community is established. After that, what will happen? There will be a homeostasis whereby it will try to maintain the constancy of the internal environment of the organism itself. That is how the entire process goes, okay, in your ecological succession. That will come under your environmental section, okay, as far as your UPSC syllabus is concerned. And this homeostasis will come once a stable community is established. Clear? Now, regarding that, the first option and the second option is majority of animals and plant, whether they are capable or not capable. Which of the following statement given above is are correct? The right answer is C. Okay, both of them are correct. Majority of the animals and plants are not capable of homeostasis. Okay, and what is the implication of that? Let us go a little bit further, because more information you can extract from this, and also there are likely possibility of different type of questions that will come from this particular homeostasis concept. Okay, see, firstly, an overwhelming majority, nearly 99% of animals and nearly all plants cannot maintain a constant internal environment. Their body temperature changes with the ambient temperature. Okay, I repeat this sentence which I am blocking. Their body temperature changes with the ambient temperature. See, especially plants cannot, okay, plants, almost all the plants, and also 99% of these animals, overwhelming majority of animals and plants cannot maintain their internal environment. Okay, because their body temperature changes with the ambient temperature. Ambient temperature, in essence, the surrounding temperature. Okay, maintenance of a constant internal environment, which is known as homeostasis, by organism contribute to optimal performance. But only some organisms, they are known as regulator, another very important term, are capable of homeostasis in the face of changing external environment. Another important factor information that we can extract is some organisms are able to maintain homeostasis by physiological means, which means behavioral activity, which ensures constant body temperature, constant osmotic concentration. Examples: all birds, mammals, and a very few lower vertebrate and invertebrate species are indeed capable of such regulation. That's why they are regulators. Clear? Let us quickly go ahead. Number 15. Which of the following are classified as lentic ecosystem? Lake, river, reservoir, spring. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Now we have in any water body can be broadly classified into lentic and lotic. So what is lentic? What is lotic? Okay. Under the lentic as well as lotic, again further classification is there. Okay, pools, riffles, okay, pools, riffles, okay, lemnitic, all those. So you kindly go and revise, but you attempt this one. What is this lotic ecosystem? Which of the following are classified as lentic ecosystem? Lentic ecosystem. The other one is the lotic. Okay, lentic ecosystem is one, lotic ecosystem is one. All these terms are relating to a water body. Okay, one is moving water body, one is stable or static water body. They are classified as one is lentic, one is lotic. Now you tell me what this term lentic ecosystem refers to. lake, rivers, reservoirs, or spring. Number 15. Kindly attempt. The right answer is which one? B. Okay, 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Lentic means static or standing water. So in lake you will have a standing water. In reservoir you will have a standing water. Lotic is, on the other hand, they are flowing. The water is flowing, which means in river the water flows, in spring the water flows. Now, lotic you can remember, flow means L-O, low means flow. So likewise you can remember. Okay, so the right answer is 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Okay, lentic and lotic. See, freshwater habitat can further divide into two. One is lentic, one is lotic. Okay, now the lotic ecosystem flowing, lentic ecosystem this one. These are the examples. Further examples you can bring. Okay, under lentic you can include pond, basin, marshes. Okay, all this clear. Let us quickly go ahead. Number 16. Consider the following statement regarding epiphytes. There are three statements that is given. Number 1, they grow upon other plants merely for physical support, which is they are not parasitic. Okay. Number 2, because see, we have different type of relationship, parasitic relationship, symbiotic relationship, in essence communalism we have. Okay, now anyways, number 2 is they are found in both tropical and temperate region, I mean the epiphytes. Number 3, mosses and ferns are common epiphytes. Okay, which of the statement given above is the correct? Epiphyte, it is a very important characteristic species in the equatorial forest. Okay, equatorial forest. That hint I can give you. Now you tell me the three statement which is mentioned here. These statement are right for this epiphyte species or these are not right. Okay, kindly attempt. Which of the statement given above is the correct? The right answer is D. All of the above. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. See, epiphytes, these are very important characteristics in the tropical rainforest, okay, or equatorial forest, but they are also found in temperate region also. And these mosses and ferns, they are common epiphytes. Now, physical support, in a sense, they take the help of the, say it may be like this. This is a large tree, branches. Just for the physical support, this epiphyte takes from the other trees. Otherwise, they are not extracting anything from this plant. That's why it is not a parasitic relationship. On the other hand, these epiphytes, they don't have a direct root in the soil. That's why they take all the nutrients, the oxygen, everything from the air. So that is also from the atmosphere. So that is also another important characteristics of this epiphyte species. Right. Number 17. This will be the last question of today. Which of the following reasons can be attributed to the richness of natural vegetation in tropical rainforests? There are 4 options. Fertile soil, intense sunlight for photosynthesis. Number 3, the wet climate. Number 4, seasonal changes to facilitate nutrient absorption. Okay, which of these 4 options which is given are correct? Okay, regarding the richness of natural vegetation in tropical rainforest. Yes, I'll give you 10 seconds. Natural vegetation in tropical rainforests. I'll give you one hint for this. You can just imagine like equatorial forest. Okay, equatorial region. See, the right answer is B. Okay, right answer is B. 2 and 3. Okay. The richness of these natural vegetations in this tropical rainforest is, see, there is no question about fertility of soil in this particular region. Why? Because in this region the soil is not fertile, which is very clear. Another important factor is there is no concept such as season, summer or winter in this particular region. That's why in the last session also I have already mentioned to you, in equatorial region, that's why the hint which I have given you, the equatorial region, the night time in the equatorial region is known as winter, which means the variation happens, only slight variation happens at night. Temperature comes down a little bit low. Otherwise, like the Indian monsoon season, we have a specific summer and winter, such that in the equatorial region it is not there. So that's why the only remaining option is 2 and 3. Wet climate, yes. Intense sunlight, yes, for photosynthesis, and these two are very important factors for the richness of natural vegetation in this region. Okay, fertility of soil is not. That's why if such kind of a forest is removed, then it takes a very long time to regenerate. The reason is the soil is not fertile in this, but rather the richness is because of the wet climate and the intense sunlight for photosynthesis. I hope that is clear. Anyway, let us end the session today here. In the next coming Saturday also, same time, I will try to take up some more questions. Okay, and we'll continue like this. Anyway, thank you so much for your patience and cooperations. Okay, happy weekend. We'll meet soon. Okay, all the best. Bye bye.